episode 19 of season 1 of DreamWorks Dragons. And oh my goodness, this is wonderful. And what did you think?
We're finally gonna get rid of mildew.
What do you think Scully's gonna do when he finds out?
Banish him to Outcast Island where he belongs.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes, basic summary. You get Gobber's great-great-grandfather, called Bork, which is actually a reference to the special Book of Dragons that was with the holiday special. Had a compilation of notes that he used to write the Book of Dragons. Looking through it, since everything that was there was given to Hiccup in the Academy, Hiccup looks through it and finds some information on Night Furies that was not in the book. Going through it, he finds out there's an island of Night Furies. And, yeah, we watched through the whole episode thinking we're finally going to get to see Night Furies. And then... Nope.
It was a decoy Night Fury.
Yeah.
A dude who's really good with a horn. And Mildew being a traitor.
Yeah. And it ended on a cliffhanger. And a very good one at that.
Yeah?
A lot better than Heather before part 1.
Yeah. Far better.
This is really good. This is how you start a good two-parter. You build it up, thinking everything's going to be hopeful, and then you punch your audience in the face with a plot twist.
Yeah.
Were you actually expecting to see Night Furies?
Part of me was, and part of me kind of figured that thing that got up was not real.
And if you haven't seen the second movie, well, if you have seen the second movie, which you have, you knew that they have not found Night Furies.
Yeah, they kind of assumed that the Night Furies were just overhunted.
I actually think that Drago killed them off, because what color is his cape?
Yeah, I figured that was a Night Fury.
So,
yeah. He walked in with that. I was like, oh god, he's got a Night Fury skin on his shoulder.
Toothless, eat him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is a great episode. We got several callbacks. So the series is, well, the season's wrapping up. We get to see Changelings again. Thunder Drums.
Toothless has a new move.
It turns out he can actually echolocate.
Yeah.
Which is where you send out sound and
listen for it to come back. And
you form a mental image of your surroundings in your brain. Cetaceans use that. Bats use it. What else?
Moles sort of use it.
I know some humans have actually trained themselves to use it.
Yeah.
Like, people who are blind can
Yeah, that's
use
just why
it.
they have walking canes, because they tap the ground with it and they listen to the specific sounds.
Yes.
And because they don't have eyesight, they get to focus on their other senses, so they usually have more acute hearing, so they can hear, and then in Marvel they took it a step farther with Daredevil. He got sprayed with biochemical waste and he could actually full-on see with just hearing. So he really liked rainstorms because then he could see everything.
But yeah, I think this is actually handy for Night Furies because they are flying around in the dark, typically, and it's a great way for them to
Toothless is
navigate.
technically supposed to be nocturnal.
Yeah, although I think they might be diurnal.
Yeah.
Or whatever the combination is, I forget. But I think since he's not domesticated, but trained, he will, I think he's like overcome that.
I think Toothless is domesticated. honestly.
True, yeah, a bit.
The others, not so much, especially
Hook Fang.
Hook Fang, the twins.
And Barf and Belch.
Yeah, they're,
So,
and Meatmug is domesticated. I mean, Meatmug hugs, for crying out loud. That's
Yeah.
domesticated right there. And Toothless is pretty domesticated with the fact that he will come upon command
mhm.
9 times out of 10.
But still, it's a good adaptation for Night Series. I can definitely see them actually using echolocation.
Yep.
But this was a very good episode. A great way to almost end this series. Or season, I keep saying series. But I can't really think of anything bad about it. The animation was great. The comedy was top notch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not loud. Poor Snot Loud.
Oh my goodness, that dragon was like, "You're my baby.
You're my pet.
Mm.
My pet human. And twins were decent
They were just sitting
with
on the
their
rocks.
plan.
They had no plan. They were just going to wait for Hiccup to do it, which they actually said that was their plan. Just wait for Hiccup to come and do it.
Technically a plan.
It's the lazy plan.
It's
At
still
least
a
they
plan.
had some form of plan, because beyond that, they're a little too brain dead to actually come up with anything.
Yeah, too much headbutting. We saw them headbutt a cliff.
Yeah, and half knock themselves unconscious. They also sort of did a cat thing with the light refraction.
Yeah, well, not refraction.
Reflection.
Yeah, refraction. Refraction when light goes through water.
Yeah.
Or some other medium aside from air.
Glass.
Yeah.
Crystals. But
This is a very good episode. I can't really say anything bad about it.
no.
Aside from the fact that in the last episode they expressed interest in training a changeling.
And then this episode, they chased one away that had very much bonded to Snotlout.
Yeah, so as I watch through the next series, well, the next several seasons, they never actually do train one. Unfortunately,
Which is kind of sad. I mean,
it would be a great weapon.
And Snotlout practically had one trained. I mean, he punched the darn thing, and it was like, oh, you can fight back. I like you. And then it was like hugging him completely.
Yeah,
it was
holding
up
him.
on its hind legs with its arms around him, nuzzling him.
Then it regurgitated some grass onto his head.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
But you can't really say anything. Yeah, that whole sequence was a great mixture of comedy and suspense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were fighting off one dragon, technically two, but yeah.
They weren't really fighting the changeling.
Yeah,
They were
the twins were just letting Snotlout.
have a heyday.
Yeah,
I loved the bungee jumping it was doing with him. It was like
Yeah.
totally playing with him. Because for a while it was taking his tail, it was going like this and dropping him and bringing him back up. And then it actually dropped him. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
yeah. And that shows how prehensile changeling tails are.
Yeah.
I like the nods into the dragon's biology.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what, 2 nods we have now? We have echolocation and night series, and prehensile tails and changeling.
I also observed that the Changewing has 2 spokes on its head, kind of like its tail, which would be very that would be good anatomy for flying, sort of like how Fish Legs holds on to Meatlug's ears. I guess they are.
I think they're more like sensory organs, like Toothless's ears, because
Yeah.
they're actually plates.
They look like little wings, but he holds on to them anyway, and it's sort of like Snotlout holding on to Hook Fang's horns. These would probably serve the same purpose, but they're more like reins,
Yeah.
except they're attached.
And they also have leaf-like things, which helps
Yeah.
with breaking up the overall silhouette of the dragon.
Yeah. I found that interesting.
Yeah. I'd love to have one. This would actually be a great for scouting, because no one can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, The dragon's invisible. Your rider's not.
That would be pretty funny. Just
Either
random
die.
dude flying overhead. How do you do that? Sorcery!
I am Thor. Watch him
Yeah, pretty much.
have a hammer. I am Thor.
That'd be funny. Although they'd probably blame it on Loki.
True.
That would be true mischief right there. Just flying around on an invisible dragon.
Yes. But I can't really think of anything else to add. I mean, this was a great episode. We're going to watch through the next one at some point. We're going to go get ice cream first or watch through
Probably
this one
after.
thing.
I think it'd be better treat if we
Yeah.
do it after we finish.
Yeah,
this
finish
season.
finish up first season, then we're going to go get ice cream. The pricing is actually fairly decent.
Yep.
And have you been to the one up in Eville behind Pizza Delight?
Yeah, my sister used to work there.
Oh, my sister works there.
Huh.
Yeah. But let's get on to this next episode. We're gonna then we'll record, then we'll go celebrate. Until then, part 2, the season finale of DreamWorks Dragons: Riders of Berk. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
There's also a bit of mood whiplash, but it's not bad. It's not like absolutely dark, scary, like Alien, and then it's something like Dumb and Dumber.
Oh.
It's not that big of a whiplash, but it works. So then, see ya next episode.